I'm going to give you 5 steps on how you can work on yourself to reduce your narcissistic behavior. I need to mention a disclaimer. This is not going to eliminate narcissistic personality disorder. That's not possible with a 5-step how-to, right? But it will reduce your display of narcissistic traits, your display of narcissistic behavior. You're not going to treat people like this anymore if you follow these 5 steps. First step, you need to self-reflect. I've got comments left and right asking me, if I'm a narcissist, how do I stop it? I'm displaying this kind of behavior, how do I stop it? Here's what you need to do. You need to self-reflect and think about what it is that you no longer want to display, about all your qualities that you feel are deeply narcissistic, that are toxic, that are dangerous for others, that are using others, and put a stop to it, put an end to it. You can do this with willpower. Once you find out what those are, write them down. Every time you feel the urge to display it, tell yourself, stop. Don't do this. I don't want to be like this. Second step, you need to seek professional help. Family and friends, they are not going to be objective. They are going to have their subjectivity of why they're not telling you everything you need to hear. A professional who is familiar with narcissistic personality disorder will tell you what you need to hear. They will mirror you. They will let you understand what is no longer okay and what is bad in your behavior. These people are going to give you constructive criticism, which is step 3, you accepting constructive criticism, because no toxic people want to hear constructive criticism, right? They don't want to be criticized. You don't want to be criticized. You want to have love and attention and admiration. So if you actively work on, through a professional, getting constructive criticism and hearing what you need to change, you are already into your healing. Step 4, you need to actively practice empathy. Now, this is something that does not come naturally to you if you are that type of person that you think you are. What you need to do is you need to sit down and actively pursue it. For example, if a loved one tells you an incinerating story, you need to listen. You need to see what comes up, what feelings come up. If you're seeing someone on the street who needs help, actively go there, even if it's against your intuition, help them. If you see an animal who is in need, help them. See how you can relate to problems of other people, how that makes you feel, and see if you go into them rather than ignoring them, which is your usual daily bread, if that changes something inside your solid rock stone heart and makes you melt. If that's the case, you are on your path to healing, step 4. Another way of practicing empathy is to try to take the other person's perspective, okay? So if you try to step into their shoes and feel their feelings, feel their thoughts about things, you might be able to see what it does with you and if it touches you at all. That is practicing active empathy. Final and last step, step 5. Step 5 is making amends with people you've hurt and apologize. This is also something very difficult for narcissistic people. Try to go counterintuitive and apologize for the hurt you've caused. Call your exes, tell them you are sorry, tell them you're working on yourself, tell them how much you messed up. Call your parents, tell them how you feel. Call your friends that you didn't show up for, that you weren't empathetic towards. Tell them you're sorry and tell them why, and tell them that you're working on yourself and that you've realized the hurt you've caused them. If you make amends with your exes, for example, you have no idea what that will do to this person. This person that has felt maybe for years like they have failed in life, like they have failed in love, will finally get his or her closure and will finally be able to move on from this trauma that you've caused them. If you apologize, if you explain what you've been through, what you're going through, and what you did to them, and that you know it was wrong, and that you reclaim responsibility and let them know it was your fault, they will be set free. Even if it doesn't do anything to you, even if you don't feel better about yourself when you apologize, you don't understand the gift that you can give these people that you've hurt for the rest of their lives to heal. So just for others, and this is again going back to practicing empathy, but also for yourself, going in the right direction that you want to go to, please make amends to people you've hurt. Because long term, this will not only help your exes or all the people you've hurt, but it is going to help you heal.